Welcome back to the channel, guys. I know it's been forever since I made a video on my AE86 right here, and it's for a good reason. I'm having a lot of trouble with this thing, and I think it's been down for 2 years now. But hopefully in the next month it's gonna be able to run. This is what we got so far. So I've taken it to the tuner twice, and every time I have to tow it back. First time was because I had the wrong manifold adapter, and that was stupid on me. And then the second reason is because everything was going fine, but the CAN lambda for the link ECU inside the car was not working. Tuner said it had too little power, and so this baby wasn't picking it up. And so I had to tow it all the way back, but hopefully the next time I take it over there is the last time, because it takes like $450 to tow it there and back. And that is not working out for me. That's the money I could actually use to tune the car. Today we're gonna get one step closer to getting this bad boy running by putting a brand new Mishimoto Radiator and fan shroud in here. The tuner did recommend this just because this one, he said, sucked. Fan is far away from the radiator, so it's not sucking in that much air, and there's no shroud around it, so it's just sucking in hot air. And so what I did was I went out and I bought a new Mishimoto one, and I bought the fan shroud that comes with it. It was like $500 altogether. There was like a little discount. I think they kind of cheapskate me because it said 15% discount, July 10th code or whatever, and I put the code in and it took $30 off of a $580 order, which isn't 15%. But it is what it is. We're gonna get down to it, and hope you guys enjoy this video. Before it starts, make sure to like and subscribe if you're new, and join the Discord down below. So let's get to unboxing them, and then we can install them in the car. So this is what we got right here. The Mishimoto Penguin air freshener. Sick, that's pretty cool. I guess it didn't come with any stickers this time, but it came with air freshener. I'm down with that. Hardware for the fan shroud, and some foam to go between the fan shroud and the radiator. Let's get these out of the sun before they turn 120 degrees like it is outside right now, and we'll start working on it. I'm gonna take the plastic off this bad boy. We've got this super skinny radiator, so let's mathematically do this. Finger. Oh, it's about the same.
Well, duh.
But it's a lot more shiny, and that's all that counts. And then this fan shroud has two fans, and it actually has a shroud versus just the fan itself connected to some aluminum bracket that he got from Home Depot. So I think what we should do is install this on that before installing in here. But before we do all that, I'm probably gonna start draining the coolant, so while that's working, we can get this together. All right, everything is a little more harder one-handed, but I'll give it a shot. Gonna use my teeth. All right. Nope. Oh, a little off. Jeez. Look at that. With one hand. I wish I was a job, because I'd be pretty good at that. But now that the foam is all laid down, I think we can install it right on the radiator. And they also give you extra if you're buying this. If you mess up or don't hire a professional like me.
Because I've been here before, I'm a professional. This is what I do.
You still got a lot left. Can't believe this badass setup is going in my car. I know probably a lot of you guys have this, but I've never had a really cool radiator like this before. It's all shiny. I've always had the stock one. And I like how they use these little brackets at the bottom so you don't even have to screw those in. It's just 2 bolts. So if you buy the radiator and shroud together, all you have to do is 2 bolts to get this bad boy on. And then you're pretty much done with putting them together. So now what we gotta work on is getting the old one out, and then we should be good. I think it's only 2 bolts up here, and then the bottom is just like those over there with the little tiny brackets. So this should be pretty easy install. For some reason, if anybody would like this radiator, I mean, it does work. It worked on my car before it went down for 2 years, but the tuner just said it's not ideal. It's free if you live in Texas. I don't want to ship it. One thing that you want to make sure you do before you install this in your car though, is make sure this is tight down here. You'd think it'd be tight from the factory, but for some reason they leave it loose. If you don't do this, all your coolant's gonna leak out that you just spent 30 bucks on. So it's a pretty tight fit, honestly. You would think this wire is like pushing the radiator back, but it's actually not. There's room in between it, same as over here, but it's finally in place. I don't think it's going anywhere. Now that we got it in here, we can finally reconnect all the hoses. I already did this one. I thought it was recording, but I wasn't. And this one right here obviously shows that this radiator is a lot thicker than the other one, because now there's a kink in the radiator hose. Good news is I actually didn't have to cut it. I just had to push the hose a little bit back on the inlet, and now there's no more kink. This one was really easy to get on. Again, no kinks, so we're good there. We got one power right here from the wiring harness. Now we'll go to both of those powers, and then I'm gonna have a ground going down there. And then we should be able to start it up and run the coolant so that the bubbles can get out of the radiator. So I went to the store, I got some of these things. What are they called? Ring terminals. This is going to be for the fan, ground, and also the fan power that I've got to put on the battery right here. And we've also got a fuse holder and some 20 amp fuses, because while I was at the tuner, he said that this wire needs to have a fuse on it so the car doesn't catch on fire. And that would be absolutely terrible to just finish your car and drive it home from the tuner and then it catches on fire, and you lose all your money invested in this AE86. So I'm definitely gonna do that. It was like 20 bucks, not that bad. And we're gonna take a short break to eat. And if you guys never had Bush's before, it's the best chicken out there, better than KFC, better than Popeyes. Like, this chicken is so good. Like, look at that. I feel like KFC used to come with gravy, but I don't even think it does now. And it has spicy salt. I mean, like, look at that. That is spiced up. Alrighty guys, now that we ate, we're gonna get back to work, and the first thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna put the ring terminal on this, and then we'll connect it to the battery so we'll have power. That ain't going nowhere. So for some reason, Mishimoto didn't connect these fans together. I don't know if people are doing like crazier setups that need to go into 2 different places. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to connect the left fan to the right fan. And then we can connect the power and then the ground.
Alright guys, so for the last hour I've been trying to make this not look ghetto. This is my third attempt. It looks pretty nice. I think I'm gonna put some heat shrink around it, and I think it should be good. The black wire connected to the black, blue is connected to the blue. I'm not a electrical genius, but I think I did it right. And I think we're getting a little bit closer to making this fan work. I have to make sure the wires from the left fan don't hit the belt, but I think they should be good like that. And we're getting a little bit quick, little bit. So this is a coolant, I think, or it could be Hawaiian Punch. It might get a little high, but I have to take chances for the car, so I'm gonna sniff it and see. Yep, that is not Hawaiian Punch. That smells like chemicals. Okay, that is a fail. Try 2 with an actual funnel. Alrighty guys, so it's the next day. I ran out of coolant, so I couldn't finish the video. So I filled the car up with coolant. It's all the way to the top. Now it's time to bleed it. But before we do that, let's check the battery and see if it's still good, because it's been here for about 2 years. A company called Top Don sent me this. It's a battery tester. I wish it could also charge, because that is one thing that you really need when you have a lot of cars that you don't use, but it's better than nothing. And with batteries you don't use, you need to see if they're still good. I don't think we need the instructions for this. Let's just see if it works. Negative to the negative. And, oh, it's starting up. Alrighty, enter. Cranking test, charging test, review data. Let's check battery test. Sure. And it's 100% healthy, charges at 40%. That ain't too good. I'll have to start up the car and get that alternator working. So it works. It's really good for, you know, if you have a lot of cars and you don't use them a lot, you need to make sure these batteries work. I know I have a brand new battery right there that is probably dead, and this is a great tool to test them. If you guys want to buy this, the link will be in the description, and there's also a discount code to get you a discount on this product. So now that we know this battery works, I'm going to connect the negative terminal, and we'll start it up and bleed the coolant. Turn the heat all the way up, fan on, and so you guys can see it does work now, but it does need to be tuned so it stays on. Actually, I think it stays on by itself now. I just have to warm it up a little bit. Waiting until the heat gets really hot, and then we know the coolant is bled, and then we should be good to go for the next tune. Everything seems to be running smoothly. I can't wait for this thing to run. For real. And we can ride around on the streets, start ripping it and stuff. And the idle, look at that, stays right at 1,000. We are Gucci. And the fans are going right now. Not sure why, but I guess it's just to cool it off for a little bit. Who knows? But man, this setup is so much nicer than my old one. You can feel the air just coming out of this thing. It's insane. Take this bad boy out of there. And you guys in the comments let me know which one is cooler. I've got the Mishimoto one, and then I've also got the Shroud one that I bought a little bit ago. I spent like 20 bucks on this one, so I'm gonna put this one on right now. But if you guys feel like this one is cooler, let me know and we'll change them out. There we go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like and subscribe down below. I'm gonna be tuning in it probably in the next video if something doesn't go wrong. So please pray for me, and let me know what you guys think of the new videos I've been posting about just car facts and stuff like that. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.